Hey guys, feeling a little bit better. I am. Death is just like so final. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm just waiting to hear the arrangements for Ruben's homegoing. Um, it's just the initial shock of it all, the initial shock of things, more so than anything. You just never know when your loved ones are going to pass, let alone even yourself, if you're going to be stricken with something or be affected by something. It's just, whew, so vital to get and keep your house in order, your spiritual house, then the natural house. I pray daily, God help me to. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know how to spell. Um, Help me to. Oh, Jesus. Because I don't have it, I guess, propped up correctly. Okay. Let's see. I have like my little selfie angle, but I don't know what's going on. Alright, that's better. What was I saying? Yes. Um, I pray daily that God would help me to be mindful and focus on the things that I need to start doing, stop doing, maintain doing, um, and help me to stay ready, not be ready. I always say stay because stay is a state of mind, it's a state of being. Staying is who you are. Like, I'm an African American woman. I'm going to stay black, period. I'm going to stay black. And that's how I want my salvation to be, my allegiance to Christ to be. If you be ready, you can be one way Monday, be one way Tuesday, be one way, any time of the day, week. So, in a being state of mind, if you even think of science, being, it has different formats, it has different transitions, different processes. You're going through different changes and metamorphoses. Um, but when you stay, that's just who you are. I'm a woman. I'm black. So I want to stay ready. Jesus. So, on a lighter note, God is good. He's always good. Even when we feel that bad things happen, He's still good. Phew, my God. But, yeah, I had talked to a few people this morning about some things, and I couldn't even, like, focus. There's just so many things I've been obtaining information from and about certain situations, and it's just, there's like always something to be grateful for. There's always something to be prayerful for. Um, it's like, what are you grateful for? When you get upset, when you feel things aren't going your way, and you start thinking about it, the list is always long of things that you can be grateful for, need to be grateful for, should be grateful for. So it's a constant seeking God. It's a constant choosing to do better. It's a constant choosing to be the better person. God doesn't want you to be doormats in different relationships, whether it's like, girlfriends, I'm not just talking about male female relationships. And that's what too many people think of too often. When you say the word relationship, the first thing someone thinks of is, oh, a significant other. I mean, just relationships in general with your parents, your siblings, your children, work relationships, church relationships, school relationships. You can have a relationship with the local person in the drugstore. You pick up your prescriptions, and it's just being mindful of a lot of things. If you really sit down and think about it, and then obtain a pen and just write down certain thoughts, certain dreams, certain goals, certain things that you should be doing, certain things that you're behind on, certain things that you need to stop doing, you'll want to put the pen down because you'll just keep writing. I feel it's very important and vital. I do it. I make my son do it. I talk to my friends about doing it. Every day you should always be in a mode of checking yourself. You know, right when you think you got it, God will find a way to allow something to transpire to remind you, no, you don't have it. You still need help. And not saying that you don't feel like you need Christ, but you don't want to ever get too comfortable. You never want to get too comfortable. Even serving the Lord, you never want to get too comfortable. You never want to get into the mode that if you're in music, minister music, you're the choir, you're the pastor, you're the organist, you're the usher, you're the deacon. You never want to get so comfortable that you just show up to church like it's a job to do. I feel that we should be in awe every time we're able to do something for the Lord, do something tangible for the Lord. It's tangible for the Lord when the motive is right, when your heart is right. We should always be in awe of just who he is before he even does anything for us. We should just be in awe. And I think if we have that type of expectation before we get to the house of the Lord, praise and worship sometimes wouldn't seem like it's dragging, or the preacher, you wouldn't feel like, oh, he's not getting to it, he or she isn't getting to their point. And I think we'll complain less when you really understand and feel like your love brings me to my knees. That's the mindset we should have of Christ before we do any of his works, before we do anything in his name. It's like, God, the love that you have for us, you've shown us before we even realized what love was. You are the true example of what love is. And just the thought of that, your love brings me to my knees. Brings me to my knees, literally. And we can just get so, again, comfortable in church, and we look at it as like, oh, things aren't going to happen until I show up because I have to put the lights on, or I have to set up, or, things like that. And we all should just ask the Lord to make us over again. God, show me how to reestablish who I'm supposed to be in you, so I can be about your business, so I can be a tool for your people. That should be our mindset. Just so much. God is soon to come. He's on his way. It's almost like this is the ledge. Wait, let me find something. This is the ledge, and I feel like God is just like right here. This is the mountain. This is God, and it's like he's this soon to come. Like something is about to fall over. It scoots, and it's like it's about to tilt over before it comes. It's like that. He is that soon to come. So get your relationships together, starting internally, between you and God. Things aren't that serious. The different type of things that you want for you in your life. If the people in your life, if they're not lining up to it, before you cut people out of your life and do it so quickly, have a talk. Pray about it. Ask God what to say, what not to say. Am I supposed to keep this person in my life? And if I am, God, how far are they to be let in? Some people, God don't want you to completely cut out. It's just like, you got to keep my arms back. Everyone's a soul at the end of the day. However, you don't want to live your last days in misery. You need to really, really find out your purpose, your calling, what you're called to do, made to do, created to do. And if you practice love more, you'll have less time, less energy, and less worry about having broken relationships, because you won't have that energy. There won't be no space for you to have all this buildup to be upset and carry resentment and things like that. If you love first, love on people, love them where they are, love them into a better place, and then if they're not changing, you pray about it, and then you just shift. It's not our God to save people. It's not our God to change people. It's our godly duty to pray for them and assist them where they need to be assisted if they're willing to take our help. But we have to understand it's not our job to change, recreate, and make and mold people. That's God's job. So I know I was all over the place. That's just how I feel on today. Alrighty, you guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful day or afternoon if I don't get back on. Alrighty. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.